Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of MacMania. Boy, we have a big episode today. We have Apple event news to cover here and we'll get right into that in just a second, but let's introduce our hosts. We'll start with Elliot Lyons from the Legend Elliot 94 show. Welcome Elliot.
Hello.
Great to have you on. We also got Mark Knight from the Mr. Mark UK1 channel, hosted this month in Sims 3 on Bev TV. There's a new episode now out. You can go check it out on youtube.com/BevTV main channel. Welcome, Mark.
Hello, I'm back. I wasn't here last week due to I was away for the weekend, so I'm glad to be back.
I hope you had fun, and this is episode 47 for the 28th of October 2012, and this is the big episode. We discussed, me and Elliot and I discussed last week about what could happen at the Apple event. Some of it was right. Some of it we didn't really guess. We'll start with the big announcement that was long rumoured, and that was the iPad mini. It was expected to be announced, and it was announced. This is a very big shock because they haven't added a few things in there which are really big in the tablet market, especially with the normal iPad. I'm talking about the Retina display and all that. It has the display of the iPad 2. Is that a good thing for Apple to be doing, or do you reckon they should have put the Retina display in there, or a display like the iPad normal?
I think they should put Retina display in. Oh, I've sort of listened to it, but yeah, I think it should be in because obviously you want all this extra features of the Retina display, but I can't see why they wouldn't put it in it.
Yeah. Well, some people say because of the price, it might bump the price up a bit.
How much is it? I couldn't find a price online.
Well, it's $369 on Australian Apple Store. Actually, I'll just go to the apple.uk right now. The .co.uk?
Co.uk, yeah.
I might be able to get a price on the UK store about it.
Because I couldn't find a price, and like, damn, I want one.
This is a really interesting tablet. Hang on, I'll just go to the prices here.
It's made me a decision. Not, I want a new iPod Touch badly. I might save a bit more and buy the iPad mini, just because. Why not buy the iPad mini? Thing is,
well, just to go, I've just got a price.
Oh yeah.
It is $269 for the 16 gigabyte that's in pounds.
That's
so
just the same as the new iPod Touch, pretty much, because it's that price anyway. The iPod Touch. So I think I'm going to go for an iPad mini.
Yeah. Well. Look, I like I really do like the design of this tablet. I really do. I think they've done the right thing with putting that slate colour in they have with the iPhone and the iPod. No, I don't know if it's for the iPod. Yeah, I think it is. They have that slate colour, and then they have that silver colour.
I'm very sorry, folks, for the technical difficulties. Unfortunately, our host, Bevis, has frozen in mid-air. I think he's been abducted by aliens. See you, Jacob.
He's gone to heaven.
Bye-bye. He's up there if you want him. Well, I'm not upstairs. It was so cold in my room, Elliot.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. I know it's very cold.
Oh, I got my central heating on. Central heating and gas fire. Oh, I'm so warm.
I have no heating on and a hoodie on, and I'm fine. I went outside my room this morning, and I haven't got, because I turned the heating off in my room last night, and the heating's on out there, isn't it? Yeah. I opened the door, it was like a blast of heat.
He's come back. He's been not been. Was you abducted by aliens?
I don't know, but it froze, and then so I hang up and I thought, I'll just restart it. Are we right to continue? Or?
Yep, sir. I'll edit it out.
Yeah.
4 minutes 26.
What was I saying before I left?
About the iPad mini.
I can't even remember.
iPad mini.
Price season.
Yeah, but what did I say?
What they look like and.
Yeah.
4 minutes 40.
Yeah, the slate
really
design. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the design. The slate colour is a really good choice. What do you think of the iPad mini, Elliot?
Yeah, I think they've done a really good job, even though I thought it wasn't like, because obviously they didn't want to make it too much like the iPod Touch. So there was like, it's a bit of a risk, so I think they've done well with it, and I think they'll definitely do well on like the market with the other ones. So yeah.
This is a picture on the bottom.
Well, I'm just going to have a look at it on my other computer because obviously I can't use this. Now, the iPad Mini, you can hold it with one hand, which I think is really, really cool. And tell us if you're going to buy one or not. By email us at MacMania71@gmail.com or even Twitter, twitter.com/MacMania71 and facebook.com/MacMania71. Now, I hope to get one. If I do get one, I will be doing an unboxing, not like Jacob, who didn't do an unboxing for his iPod Touch. That's so fine. I'm only joking.
I know. But this about this, and I was watching Ty's iPhone Help, someone who is a very good YouTuber, does a lot of Apple reviews, and was saying, and we made the point that this iPad Mini is not the same as the iPod Touch. They're completely different things. The iPad Mini is something that you take around, you want it for work, and you just want it as a tablet. With the iPod Touch, it's something that you want to carry around in your pocket, maybe take pictures on it, maybe definitely even play music on it, and just have it in your pocket and hold it. So there's obviously a difference. I wouldn't say I'd rather I'd rather the iPod Touch because I'm pretty big.
Yeah.
So the iPod Touch and the iPad Mini, completely different things, completely different used from. So that's the point that Ty and I do agree with you, made. So our thoughts on the iPad Mini, starting with you, Elliot.
iPad Mini, I think they've done really well with it. I say it's got the new wireless and stuff like that in it.
Yeah.
It's probably just the right size. I think they've done really well with the size. Because like obviously you can hold it in your hand and it's not too big and you can carry it around still. And it does everything you want. So yeah, price. Yeah, I think that's really good as well. I think it's right for it.
Right.
Well,
Mark, what's your?
Well, I think looking at it, I'm looking on the other computer because obviously I'm recording this, so I can't. It looks really nice, the iPad Mini. You can hold it in your one palm of hand, which is cool. The only thing, obviously, I've not taken much research on it yet. I should do, really, because I want one. With the App Store, they've got to change the app sizes again, and also, was there a smart cover?
Right, yeah.
Smart cover. We're ready.
Mark?
Ready.
Do you think they got the price right for the iPad Mini, Mark?
Well, I think so. Obviously, it's an iPad Mini. It's much smaller, much more cheaper. Cause I think about £400 for the iPad normal size. I've just checked the price up, which I'm not going to buy it, but a 16 gig in black and state, £224. This is UK. And with a smart cover, I just answered my question from earlier. I asked, do they have a smart cover? They do. They're £29. Yeah. And altogether that comes to £304 for an iPad, a Mini, and a smart cover. That is a 16 gig one. So yeah.
$369 is here. So
it is.
That's for the 16 gig, and then you go $479 for the 32. This is only in just Wi-Fi. You can get it in Wi-Fi and cellular. So 3G, as I like to call it, or let's call it data.
Yeah. Obviously, it is Apple products. So I know they are quite pricey, Apple products. So we obviously Apple's a big product company. They probably got millions and millions of pounds, if not billions. So obviously, it is a big company. So obviously, yeah. Can I get a student discount on that?
So the iPad Mini. Sorry.
So I was going to say, can I get a student discount on this?
I don't know. So the iPad Mini, I actually can't remember when it's going to come out. I think it's November 2nd. So I think it's this week it's coming out. So not far away from people to get, when we start to see people get their hands on it. And I don't know. I don't think I will unless I start making some very good money and then start getting the product. Yeah, that's going to happen. Now, this is not all of the iPad announcements we saw at the Apple event. We also saw a new iPad, which is something that I wasn't expecting. I don't know if you was thinking, Mark and Elliot, but the iPad 4 was announced with the A6X chip, and we now don't have an iPad 3. Not selling the iPad 3 in the market. What do we think, guys? An iPad 4 with only 7 months ago, we saw the iPad 3. This is a big upgrade in my opinion because it's faster. I thought if they were bringing out a new iPad, it was just going to be because of the new Lightning connector, but it wasn't the case. It was because of they've made it faster with this A6X chip. What do we think, guys? Do we think this is a bit too early?
It's a bit of a...
It might have been a right time?
Well, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to bring it out.
No, it was a bit of a shock because when I went to watch the Apple keynote, apparently it was live for the first time in 5 years, according to Jacob.
It was.
It was. I was watching it, so I was like, the new iPad 4. I think, what? Are you joking me? I also saw a clip from someone on YouTube, something about the iPad 4 is exactly the same as the iPad 15. What are you talking about, iPad 4? And obviously, I was talking to Robert, Pikeman Robert, who's been on before. He goes, it's the iPad 3, not the iPad 4, and he didn't actually realise an iPad 4 was been announced, which is a bit of a shock. I also was told sometime earlier this year the iPad 3 was the last one to come out, which they were wrong. So I knew this was not going to be the last one. We've had iPad 4 after 6 months. So does this mean the iPad 5 is going to come out in another 3-4 months?
Well, I really, that's something I'm thinking. I really don't know, but I don't think they would want to bring out another iPad in March.
No.
It doesn't seem right.
No.
You think maybe the new iPad will come out next year at probably this kind of time. You would think. It'd have to be stupid if Apple did it again on March. They've done it once now. They can't just do it again. They can't just get it out in March when it's been announced in October, so November, December, January, February. That's 4 months with it, and 4 months later.
I think there's one reason why they brought it out though, and that's because if the iPad Mini was faster than the iPad, they wouldn't sell it.
Also, everybody
probably to balance it.
Everybody early in the year.
This is because the iPad Mini. Sorry, Mark, but the iPad Mini that was announced with the A5 chip. Wasn't the iPad 3? Didn't that have the A6 chip?
That's the iPod.
I know the iPad 2.
That's the iPhone you're talking about.
I can't remember.
But
well, the iPad 2 has the A5.
Obviously,
so
everybody, I guess,
the iPad 3, I think has the
for the people who are big Apple fans who want to get the new Apple product all the time, they, save their money all that year round to buy the next iPad 4. They won't save up this money for the iPad 3, or the new iPad as it was called, but then again, they've been in the middle, save all their money up, and suddenly, bam, Apple throws a new iPad out. It's a bit of confusion.
Exactly.
So it means, what would you go for though? What would you go for, the iPad or the iPad Mini?
Well, if I could, I'd go for the iPad, because obviously that's a more Retina display. That's one thing I really like, the Retina display, and after just getting the iPod Touch and seeing that really great Retina display, I cannot resist on getting just the iPad Mini. If I have the money to get the iPad, I probably wouldn't get the iPad Mini, but yeah, I probably would get the iPad if it just come out.
Does it have Siri?
So, the iPad Mini does, yes, that has Siri. Be a bit stupid if they didn't announce it was Siri, but just going on the price there, iPad 4 is now starting at $539, which is kind of the same price as the iPad 3. They now do not have the iPad 3. They've thrown that out. They do not have the iPad 3 now. It's now in the lineup. It has the iPad Mini. They still have the iPad 2, which do we reckon they should keep the iPad 2 in that lineup?
I think they should have kept the iPad 3.
The iPad Mini.
I think they should have kept the iPad 3 because
yeah, well, the iPad 2 is the bigger version of the iPad Mini because the iPad Mini has the same resolution and all that as the iPad 2. So that's starting at $429. There's only the 16GB in the iPad 2. And the iPad 4 is now called the iPad with Retina display. So when they started the year with the new iPad, that didn't last long. They've now changed the name with iPad Retina display. What is the next name going to be?
Steve.
Remember they called it
the iPad Steve.
The new iPad.
iPad Steve.
I wouldn't surprise.
Is that the question of the week then, is it?
Yeah, question of the week. what the next iPad be called. Email us at MacMania71@gmail.com or Facebook MacMania71 or Twitter MacMania71. I said that too fast. Links in below.
We've got a few questions a week actually. If you would buy the iPad Mini and yeah, that question you just said. So what do we think of the iPad 4? Is it a obviously it's definitely going to be really fast.
I have not took much research on about it, obviously, because I'm more interested in the iPad Mini at the moment. I've not taken much interest in much at the moment, I should be honest with you. But it sounds okay to me. I can't see why they made a new one, but apparently it's just the same.
Faster.
It's faster.
Faster, I think, and lightning connector. Faster and lightning connector.
Mm.
They want to get the devices up, and this is something that we addressed last week, Elliot, about the shuffle. Why didn't they put the lightning connector in the shuffle? But nearly all their devices have the lightning connector now, except the iPad 2, which is still has.
Now this is nearly a couple of £100 more. This is £399 for a 16 gig in black. The iPad, normal size iPad with Retina display, I should call it.
Right. Well, talking about Retina displays, we have the name called MacMania on our show. Well, thankfully, we saw some Mac announcements at the Apple event, and we saw a thing that was also long rumoured was the a MacBook Pro 13-inch Retina display. It happened, and this they made the joke. I watched the keynote. The night after the event. I didn't get up and watch it. I just decided, no, I'll just catch up with the news, and well, they did stream it. So the first time I didn't decide to get up and follow it, they streamed it. How unlucky. But they made a joke that this is the second best Note computer in the world now, because the first best is that 15-inch Retina display MacBook Pro. So that was a bit of a funny joke by I can't remember the name of him now, but it'll come back to me very shortly. But what do we think of this cool little MacBook Pro with the Retina display? Clear to watch movies on. You don't even need a TV anymore. Well, I guess you do, but this is a real notch computer, isn't it? Something that's this is probably the reason why Apple sell their Mac. This is the reason why the Macs are so dear, because Apple put in just this quality in their Macs. The MacBook 13-inch is so good. What do we think of it?
Yes, I think it's good.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It's got the lightning port.
Looks good.
With a Retina display, it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Like the 15-inch is just absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, the 14-inch would just be absolutely better.
Yes, definitely.
Me and Mark should go to the Apple store and have a go on it at Lakeside.
Well, when we went to the Apple store, in Lakeside a couple of months ago. I don't know if you saw that episode, Joker, but I did attach the clip when we went to the Apple store on the MacMania episode.
On the Mac, sorry?
When we did a MacMania a couple of months ago, I did add a clip when I visited the App Store in Lakeside, and we showed you the big Apple MacBook outside in the window. It was huge. You could eat your dinner off of it.
Giant one, yeah.
You could eat your dinner off it. You could sleep on it. You could, I don't know, you could do with it.
Giant
it was
one,
like,
yeah.
you need a massive hand, giant hand.
If you can, do you still have that clip on you?
I can get it.
If you still have it on you, put it up on the MacMania channel as a separate record, if that's possible.
Might be.
Because I didn't see it.
It's on the MacMania. It's on one of the episodes.
No, I'll go back to the episode. But,
I don't know if I've still got it or not.
We'll have to go and catch that up.
I might still have it. I don't know.
But no, the MacBook 13-inch now. There's now another Retina display. This is what it looks like if I just go and have a look at the... Are we all still here, by the way?
I'm not here, no. What the hell was that? What was that?
He dropped his iPad.
Right?
Oh.
This is the film. Anyway, this is the MacBook Pro. As you can see there, it's very good. This is alongside the 15-inch, so I'll put my iPad down now.
Yes, before you break it, you have to pay the school quite a few $100s to get it replaced.
Doesn't look like it's cracked or anything, but anyway.
Do you have to replace it if you break it from the school?
I'm not sure. I think so. I think I've got an insurance actually on it. So yeah, the Mac Pro, Pro a very 13 inch, long rumoured, and Elliot's gone, and yeah.
Jacob, Elliot's picture went up, so I don't know where Elliot went. Okay, so yeah. Should we move on to our question of the week?
Well, we've already done our question of the week. We've got, would you buy the iPad Mini as one of them, and then that other one which Mark said about the iPad as well. Now, what we're going to do, because Mark has to go because he's got some commitments coming up. We're going to leave our MacMania, our Mac Mini and our iMac talk for next week. There's a new Mac Mini and a new iMac announced. We're going to discuss that next week, as well as the iBooks 3. Which was announced. All we can say about that now, the iBooks 3 was announced, and there's a lot of new things, including iCloud Sync. So that's coming up next week as well. And also coming up next week, if we have time, is my review on the iPod Touch 5th generation. As you can see there, it's a very big iPhone. I got it out of the box. It was absolutely
It's back.
So yeah, it's very good. So I'll be doing a review on that next week. Here on MacMania in the show, and what I'll do is I'm going to record it separately and upload it to MacMania as well as it being in the recording. So one person will be, or actually I don't know if I'll do that now. No, I probably won't do that now because my computer's been playing up. So no, that's not going to happen, guys. That's not going to happen. Sorry.
What's not going to happen?
Or actually, it might. Actually, it might happen. I'm going to do a review on the iPod, and I'm going to record it separately and put it on MacMania. But also, I'm going to do it live. Not live, but on the actual show.
I'll tell you what, if you do a review and you send it to me or Elliot, we'll add it to the video.
I just noticed.
I know.
I missed something.
Yeah,
so next week we're gonna finish off our episode from this week and do the Mac Mini and the iMac next week on MacMania episode.
What have I missed?
Because we just don't have time. We just don't have time at the moment. So we'll finish up now on this big episode of MacMania.
What have I missed?
Ordinary episode. A best bits is coming up. A best bits of MacMania. I want to do a best bits of MacMania this year, and that's going to be one of them. And also one of them.
We never got one last year, and what have I missed?
We didn't. We're going to do it one this
Elliot.
Don't worry,
Mark, you want to go through your links before we finish up, and Elliot?
Okay.
Do you want to start, Mark?
That's good to me because I have 10 minutes to do my links anyway.
I'll just see if my iPad's broken while you do your links.
Now, first of all, what did I miss, Elliot, before I start?
I was doing effects on my face and stuff.
Oh, I missed it. Okay. I'll say that in the recording. Anyway, what am I doing? My links, yeah. My YouTube channel, my main channel is Mr. Mark UK. One of the new video up there. Go and check it out. It's like a random video I made with someone. I'm testing out, playing around with the green screen. I've got a green screen now, as you probably could tell just there. Also, I'm using that green screen in this month in Sims, which is the second to last. Next month will be the last episode of this year. Season 3, with better luck. It's gone pretty fast this year. Will be out next year. Wow. Anyway, Mr. Mark UK on the main channel. Mr. Mark UK on vlogs, the second channel. I put a few vlogs up there lately. I've stopped on a why. Facebook page, Mr. Mark UK 1. You can email me at mrmarkuk1@hotmail.co.uk. Elliot, over to you.
Yeah. Right. So we got youtube.com/legend894, twitter.com/legend894,
Yes.
facebook.com/legend894productions. We got the email legend894@gmail.com, and the website is legend894productions.webs.com.
Yay!
There we go.
Now, Jacob.
You can go to my channel, youtube.com/BevTV main channel, find this one from Sims 3 and a lot more, as well as some FIFA 13 clips that I've been playing around with, and yeah.
Yeah. Also, the MacMania links are MacMania71@gmail.com. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to say this in a minute. Twitter, MacMania71. Facebook.com/MacMania71. And I think that is it.
That's it, yep. Sorry we couldn't get through everything, guys, but we will discuss the Mac Mini and the iMac next week. The iMac was probably one of the best things I saw at the Apple event, I've got to say, because it's so thin. Anyway, that's it for a very big and annoying episode, because my computer...
Yes, I've got a lot of editing now to do.
Oh no, it might have been me, but... Yeah,
Happy Halloween for Wednesday.
Woo!
Happy Halloween as well, yeah.
It's not for me, it isn't.
My iPad is not broken. My iPad is not broken.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. It's
Mark,
okay.
you'll be fine.
I'm not
You'll be
gonna-
I know I'll be fine. I've been to one before.
These cases are shit. These cases are absolutely shit. They should get better ones that actually stick. Because I went to pick it up from the hand and it come apart.
Why don't you get the smart cover?
I get these. Well, I don't know, because maybe the smart. Apparently the smart covers don't fuck. Oh, sorry. The smart covers,
Have we ended the show? Am I still recording?
smart covers don't protect.
Have we actually ended the show?
Apparently they want to protect the back. See, the smart. Not yet. We haven't said our goodbye, but the smart
Bye.
doesn't protect it. But anyway, I shouldn't even be saying this stuff. My school might be watching right now, and they'll probably take my iPad away because I'm.
Jacob, what school do you go to? I'll send him an email. My friend Jacob dropped your iPad.
Alright. I'll see everyone later.
We will see you sometime in the new year. Bye.
Oh, we haven't ended yet. Oh, sorry. Bye. Well, we ended.